from Calawan when he was in the opposition stated, your manifesto must be a contract with the people. If it is a contract, then we are supposed to live with it and ensure that what we say, we will deliver. I know there's no law today that forces you.
As we've seen.
But if you are really telling the person, give me your vote and this is what I will do, you must be responsible for it. You cannot lie to the people and get a vote on the false pretense. So what I believe, Daniela Payette and myself, the first thing we want to do is to bring more transparency to the country. And if you tell me what transparency, if I have a state visit somewhere, I must be able to come back, go to the National Assembly, and say, this was my state visit, this is what I did, this is the benefits of the country.
And this is how much I spent on the visit?
Exactly, and also try and find a quantum to say this is the real benefit for Seychelles and for the people of Seychelles, because they bear the cost of me traveling. This is not done today. And I think it is a big letdown that we hear the president has gone, we don't know what is done, we don't hear of what is done, we don't really appreciate anymore. It can be a joyride or a working trip, and Seychelles doesn't know. I think that's the first thing, is to bring accountability and transparency. The second big thing is to fix the economy. We need to fix the Seychelles economy.
How?
Get tourism back on the rail. Tourism is today, they say it's working, but the figures are artificial because we plunked the cruise ship passengers into it.
Okay.
So we know this is why the smaller establishments, as well as some of the large ones, are saying that the numbers are not there. If the numbers are not there, the end balance at the end of the month is also not positive. So we need to fix that. And one of the core difference that I have today with the sitting government, there are too many taxes on tourism, and it is affecting the ability of Seychelles to be seen on the world stage, where we all go to the same fishing pond to try and get tourists to come here. And what do we see? A lot of destinations, this is the price you get, and this is what you will get in return. For Seychelles, no, this is the price. And then there are these add-ons that come with it. And the obstacle race of a trivisory at the end. So it keeps adding on the nightmare of making a Seychelles holiday. And tour operators tell you, you are getting complicated. Now the weddings in Seychelles has the new obstacle. Before you could just send, and that I just come back from ITB in Berlin, which is one of the biggest tourism fairs. And tour operators were saying, before we could book a Seychelles holiday for a wedding, and we send you a scanned copy of your birth certificate or your divorce papers or the needed formalities. And now Seychelles has a new law that says, no, you need to send your original to Seychelles. And no one wants to send their original documents that can get lost. Before, when the guest arrives here, before the wedding, they go to the registrar and they submit their original one and take it back. And it is seen before the wedding takes place. But we've killed that to create even more complications for the tourism industry.
Is it financially motivated? Is that why?
I'm not sure. I think there's no dialogue. And if they spoke to the tourism trade, they'd understand the complexity of making that niche section of tourism work. And the more we don't talk to the private sector. In my era as Minister of Tourism, we had a tourism board led by the private sector, on which a majority of the members were private, and government funded it. We funded it because we know they are the frontline team, and they are the best guide we can have to help us succeed. And I often say my success in tourism as minister has been because the private sector stood with me. They understood me. They helped guide me. And but today we've cancelled that, and we do things in a cabinet of ministers immaterial of what the trade would say.
Yeah.
And it cannot work.